If you're struggling with night vision, glare, or difficulty driving at night, keep watching because we're gonna get into what does and doesn't work for improving your night vision, including whether night vision glasses are a good purchase or not. Hi everyone, my name is Dr. Saya Nagori. I'm a board certified ophthalmologist and a glaucoma specialist, and you're watching the iFacts.com channel. Okay, so let's dive right into the 6 tips that I have for you on how you can improve your night vision. The last 2 are probably the most important, so be sure to stick around. Tip number 1 is to use artificial tears. Before you go see an eye doctor, you can try over-the-counter artificial tears. I have some ones that I like and I use them before I drive, especially if I'm gonna be driving at night. Dry eye is extremely common, especially with the increased use of screens and devices, and dry eye can get worse as the day progresses because we have been using our eyes all day. Another factor that plays into night vision is that when you are driving, you are doing a focused visual task. This means that your eye is really focused on the road, and guess what happens? Your blink rate goes down. When your blink rate goes down, you're more likely to have dry eye, and this can really interfere with your driving at night. Now, when you buy artificial tears, it's important to actually use preservative-free artificial tears because you can use them very frequently as opposed to eye drops that actually have preservatives in them. And also, you want to stay away from the get the red out eye drops because these are actually not appropriate for hydration of the eye. Now let's get into tip number 2. Tip number 2 is to keep things clean. Any smudges or dust on the front of your windshield or on your glasses is going to make night vision, glare, all of this stuff worse. That's because when the light comes, and it's supposed to come in through your pupil, if it's being reflected by any kind of debris or material, it's just not going to be as clear as if things are actually clean and the light can pass clearly through those surfaces. If you have dirt, dust, smudges on your car windshield or on the dash, and headlights also should be clean because the more scatter the light has, it's going to increase the glare that you have when you drive at night. Even a light film on your windshield can cause bright headlights to blur, and it can actually create halos. Now, inside the car, dirty dashboards or windows can also reflect light that you don't want to be reflected, and it can distort your vision. Of course, the same is going to apply to your contact lenses as well as your glasses. You want to make sure that you have clean glasses and clean contact lenses to ensure clarity. So if you're struggling with night vision, make sure that all of the things in your car are clean and wiped down before you start driving. Tip number 3 is actually to dim the dashboard lights, because if you have really bright dashboard lights, it can actually reduce your night vision because it can create contrast issues. When the interior of your car is too brightly lit, your pupils may not dilate as much, and that can make it harder to see things outside the car, especially in low light conditions like night driving. Also, bright lights that are coming off of your dash can also cause unnecessary glare. The key is finding a balance because you don't want your dash to be so dim that you can't see it properly, but also you don't want it to be so bright that it's distorting your vision. So take a minute to see if you can adjust the brightness on your dashboard. All right, tip number 4 is using night vision glasses. The reason this is kind of further down on the list is because the evidence to support the use of these glasses is really limited. There was actually a study done in JAMA Ophthalmology that basically showed there was no difference or no improvement in using night vision glasses. But I do mention it because I have patients who feel like it really helps them. And there's not a huge downside to using night vision glasses except for the cost to buy them. So I would say you can try it out for yourself, and if you find success, it's probably safe to keep using them. Remember to check with your eye doctor though if you have any questions. Okay, tip number 5, get your eyes checked. If you're struggling with night vision, you really need a comprehensive or full eye exam. There actually are a lot of eye health problems that can cause night vision difficulties. One of the most common ones that we see, especially in people over 50, is having a cataract. And studies actually show that issues with glare when driving are one of the earliest complaints that people have when they have cataracts. Cataracts can also change your eye prescription. So if you were once seeing clearly and now you feel like you're not seeing anymore in the same prescription, it may be that a cataract is there now changing the prescription and you may need the glasses to be updated. When you do get your glasses updated, be sure to ask for anti-reflective coating. Now, luckily, cataracts are extremely treatable and it's one of the most most common types of surgery done, not just in the United States, but in every country in the world, because as you age, everybody gets a cataract. But there are less common eye diseases that can specifically affect night vision. And that's why it's important to get a full dilated eye exam if you feel like you're struggling with your night vision. And tip number 6 is to eat healthy for eye health. Now, there are nutrients that support the retina, which is the part of the eye responsible for low light and night vision. So you want to make sure that you're having a good balanced diet. And if you don't feel like you're getting the proper vitamins through your diet, be sure to use a multivitamin. Vitamin A specifically helps maintain photoreceptors, and deficiencies in vitamin A can lead to night blindness. You can get vitamin A from foods like carrots, sweet potatoes, as well as spinach. Zinc is also good for you because it helps your body use the vitamin A, and it can be found in beans, nuts, as well as meat. Finally, omega-3 fatty acids can be found in salmon as well as walnuts, and this can help to reduce eyelid inflammation, which can help to reduce dry eye. And while the studies on omega-3s are not extremely robust, we do know that a lot of people feel like they are benefiting from either omega-3 supplements or making sure that they're getting it through their diet. Hope you found this helpful. Remember to hit like and subscribe below for all things related to eye health, and I'll see you in the next video.